Canon lenses come in a wide variety of features, benefits, and prices. For your convenience, I have compiled a list of the best Canon lenses from trustworthy brands that I have researched and reviewed extensively. I found these goods to benefit people like you. So if you're interested in learning more about their price and other details, please read my description. Without further ado, let's watch the video. At number 1 is Canon RF15F 1.2L USM lens. To showcase what Canon's full-frame R series cameras are capable of, Canon built this flagship 15 prime lens. This isn't just one of the best Canon lenses, easily one of the best modern lenses I've ever used. With this lens, you'll find almost no distortion, which is unusual for 15 lenses. Focusing is fast, quiet, and accurate. If you're shooting wide open, you'll notice some vignetting. But it's not overpowering, and it may even work in your favor if you're shooting portraits. When the lens is stopped down, the vignette disappears, and everything is sharp and bright. The new air sphere coating from Canon promises to reduce flare and aberration. As far as I'm concerned, it does an excellent job. The lens minimizes unwanted effects even in areas with high contrast. However, all that performance comes at a price. With a price tag of $2,299, it's a very expensive lens. Additionally, it's much longer and heavier than the previous EF version. While not exactly compact or light, it doesn't feel overly heavy or humongous when attached to a full-frame camera. It's true that this lens is an investment, but it's also a benchmark that the company offers to maximize the capabilities of its cameras. I think that's worth the cost if you can afford it. At number 2 is Canon RF15 1.8 STM. Any Canon RF mount camera owner would be wise to invest in this lens for less than $200. It weighs a quarter of a pound, is less than 3 inches long, and uses Canon's STM focusing mechanism for quick, quiet focusing. The lens also goes down to f/22. This is smaller than some high-end models, which only go to f/16. When shooting wide open, the lens demonstrates some relatively easy-to-fix vignetting. The image becomes extremely sharp and bright when you stop it down to f/2.8 and beyond. You shouldn't expect heavy weather sealing for durability from this plastic lens, but it's a great deal at this price if you don't already own a higher-end standard prime. At number 3 is Canon R 24-70 f2.8 LIS USM lens. The 24-70 f/2.8 IS is the ideal lens for those who need one lens to do it all. Taking everything from wide-angle landscapes to straight-up headshots is easy with its range of wide-angle to short telephoto. Using Canon's latest Nano USM motors, the focusing mechanism moves very quickly and quietly. At every focal length, the 9-blade circular aperture produces pleasing bulk. Before recent generations, standard zooms like this one did not typically have image stabilization. Thanks to the built-in system, you can reduce handheld shake by up to 5 stops. The lens is designed for professional use. It can be left on the camera for pretty much any situation, which justifies its high cost. Number 4 is Canon RF24 105mm f4 7.1 STM. It is not necessary for everyone to have a super fast maximum aperture for low-light photography. In relatively bright settings, such as sports fields or any outdoor setting, this lens provides a very strong focal range at a reasonable price. Due to its relatively complex optical design, it produces pleasing blur and excellent sharpness throughout the focal range. Since it's plastic, it's not meant for harsh environments, but it's still relatively light and compact. A good walk-around lens must have that feature. Handheld shake can be reduced by up to 5 stops thanks to the built-in image stabilization. You can use that to compensate for the slow maximum aperture if you're shooting handheld. At number 5 is Canon RF15 35mm f2.8 LIS USM. You're likely to find one of these zooms in the camera bag of a professional photojournalist. You can use these wide-angle zoom lenses to get close to subjects, or to back up to capture wide establishing shots. The Canon RF mount mirrorless zoom was rebuilt specifically to fit mirrorless cameras. When zoomed out to 15, this lens maintains impressive distortion, controlled despite its wide angle of view. For architecture or any other subject that doesn't look good with funhouse proportions, that's a big deal. As part of Canon's L series, we expect a rugged build, but this lens goes beyond the typical L in terms of dust and moisture resistance. Using data from both the lens and the body, the image stabilization system attempts to counteract camera shake. Although it's an effective system, it may be overkill for some shooters who don't often need IS on such a wide lens. It's still nice to have it when you need it.